Hey everyone, I'm Christian from the Half Passed Out channel. We're back and today we're diving into another watch review. This is the Spinnaker Hass MCS collaboration. It's a 300-meter dive watch and in my opinion, one of the best dive watches in this price point. So, I've got my watch, I've got my wine, let's get into it.
A bit of backstory first. Spinnaker is a brand that focuses on dive and nautical themed watches. They have watches varying in depths from 100 meters all the way down to their Picard that is rated to 550 meters. All these watches are under $700, most of which under $500. Spinnaker makes their watches in Hong Kong and they are consistently putting out high quality timepieces at an affordable price point. The Hass is a 300-meter rated dive watch and is available in eye-catching dials like their deep greens, bright yellows, and fluorescent accents. What we are reviewing is the Hass MCS collaboration from 2022, reference number SP5104-11. They have done several collaborations with MCS where a portion of each watch sold is donated to the Marine Conservation Society. It came out of the box on this stainless steel bracelet with an additional NATO strap with gray and navy accents. It also included a bright blue Spinnaker hat. As far as the watch is concerned, the steel case measures 43 millimeters, but 50.5 millimeters between the lugs. This watch is undeniably large and wears much larger than its 43 millimeter size. It is powered by an NH16 movement made by Seiko, self-winding, 3 hands with a day-date complication and a 40-hour power reserve. I believe this watch is also have the ability to hand wind as needed. The case back is engraved with a reference number, logo for MCS, and its number out of 1,000 limited edition pieces, this one 37. The dial itself is flat gray with teal accented chapter ring and inlaid luminous hour markers. Offset colors on the hands, one pure white and the other accented with the teal, and a dive countdown bezel inked in the same teal colors. The final accents are the red at the end of the second hand and the red lettering indicating the 300-meter depth rating.
Let's talk about it on the wrist. First and foremost, this is a big watch. At 43 millimeters, 50.5 millimeters between the lugs, it is by far the biggest watch I own. It is not subtle, it is not easy to forget about, and especially with the bright colored accent markings and chapter ring, it's going to stand out no matter what you wear it with. That said, it is very nice to wear. The weight is comfortable. I don't feel like I'm dragging something along, but I do feel like I've got a nice presence on my wrist. The bracelet, incredibly well made with solid construction and solid end links. It doesn't pinch or pull anywhere, and is super easy to adjust as I needed it to. When walking around, I do occasionally get some bracelet rattle, and you will too if you keep it on the bracelet. However, it's a very quiet watch. Most of the movement sound is deadened by the case itself. As far as reading the time goes, it's incredibly easy. You have these huge luminous hour markers and bright luminous minute and hour hands as well. So along with the illuminated chapter ring, if you're at night, if you're diving during the day, it's going to be incredibly easy to read the time. But let's talk about the biggest draw of this watch. Under $500, it is incredibly difficult to get a 300-meter rated dive watch. If that's something that's important to you, you'd be hard-pressed to find one with this finishing and build quality at this price point on the market. That is why I think it's one of the best options out there. There are a lot of dive watches on the market, in every price point. But if your goal is to find a usable tool watch, a watch that you don't need to feel bad or nervous about taking in the water, on the boat, whatever you want to do with it, this is the one. 300-meter dive rating, looks and feels incredible, a reliable, well-known movement, and made by a brand that specializes in making dive watches. The Spinnaker Hass is hands down one of the best options under $1,000. With that, I'd even be willing to put it up against dive watches that are much more expensive and see how it compares. That's all I've got, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and check out our podcast, Half Passed Out, if you want to get more content like this. If you did like the video, please consider supporting us on Patreon so we can continue to make these videos and make the quality better over time. Links to everything in the bio. Cheers!